Hi everyone, I'm Nicole. I come from a very wealthy family and go to an elite private school for rich kids. My bestie, Brittany, and I were the queen bees. We bullied people, looked down on everyone, and acted like the school existed to worship us. Then, summer break happened. My mom had a heart attack because of my behavior. She always said I was out of control, but I never listened. Now, she's in a coma, and it broke me. So, I decided to change, to become better. And guess who absolutely hated that? Brittany. She was one of the richest girls in town. Her mom owned huge companies, and her dad left a few years ago and remarried. Brittany barely ever mentioned him. On the first day of 10th grade, I stepped into the hallway and heard Brittany before I saw her.
Hey, why did you throw my bracelet in the trash?
The freshman by the lockers froze, her face turning bright red.
I didn't, I swear.
Oh, you swear? Adorable. People swear Santa Claus is real too. Doesn't make it true.
Her friends burst into fake laughter. Then Brittany whispered something to one of them. A second later, they dragged the trash can over and dropped it right in front of the girl.
Fine, if you didn't throw it away, dig through it and prove it.
The freshman stared at the trash can like she might cry. I knew she hadn't taken anything. Brittany was just in one of her moods, looking for someone to destroy before first period. So I stepped in. Brittany! Brittany turned and her whole face lit up.
There you are. I've been calling you all morning, babe. Let me guess, busy with your boyfriend? Whatever, I forgive you. You're just in time. Help me teach this loser a lesson.
She expected me to laugh, and last year I would've. Instead, I walked over, grabbed the trash can, and pushed it aside. Then I gently pulled the freshman behind me. The hallway went quiet. Brittany blinked at me. What? She's literally crying. When people cry, you react.
I did. I rolled my eyes. Is that some kind of prank? I hate pranks, Nicole. You know that.
Well, pranks aren't the only thing you're gonna hate. Because if you keep acting like this, you can add me to your hate list too. I took the freshman's hand and walked her away while Brittany yelled my name behind us like she honestly couldn't understand what had just happened. And just like that, my new chapter began, with Brittany as my enemy. And believe me, she was about to make me regret it. That night, Brittany threw a huge welcome back party for the new school year, and of course, I wasn't invited. My boyfriend, Eric, was one of the richest guys in town, a total jock who loved partying and showing off. We'd been dating for 3 years, mostly because Dad loved him. Eric wasn't exactly the smartest or nicest guy in town, but according to Dad, he was good for the family. That night, he came over looking weirdly nervous.
Hey babe, I don't want to get between you and Brittany, but maybe don't make her angry.
Why do you care if she's angry?
I don't. I care about you. I just don't want drama in your life.
He kept going on and on, but I knew him too well. Eric, if you want to go to Brittany's party, just go. I'm not stopping you. He said he wasn't interested, but of course I didn't believe him. Then, while looking for my phone charger, I found Mom's hospital bag under my desk, and that's when it hit me. Her prescription paper. I'd taken it with me to Brittany's house a few weeks ago and completely forgot it there. Eric, we have to go to Brittany's party. For 1 second, his face lit up, then he tried to act casual.
Yeah, well, good thing I waxed my Lamborghini today, babe.
And with that, we took off. Worst mistake ever. When we got there, everyone stopped and stared. A few of Brittany's girls rushed upstairs to tell her. A minute later, Brittany stormed down in a corset top and tiny shorts, still fixing one earring. Amir, her boyfriend, trailed after her with messy hair and a stupid grin. Yep, we'd interrupted something. Then he saw me and winked. Typical Amir. He'd been trying to hit on me for months, and I'd been ignoring him for just as long.
Wow, Nicole. Didn't know you were letting parasites in tonight.
I ignored her and headed straight for the stairs. That was a mistake. Brittany snatched a drink from some guy's hand and threw it at me. Cold soda soaked the front of my shirt, and the whole room went silent.
You don't get to walk past me like that.
She stepped toward me like she was about to shove me, but Amir grabbed her arm. I wiped soda off my chin and looked her dead in the eye. You know what? I came here to get something important, but now I feel like staying. The vibe's kind of fun. Brittany stared at me, furious. For a second, I thought she might actually explode. Then she scoffed, yanked her arm away from Amir, and stormed upstairs to change. A while later, Eric was busy mingling with everyone. And that's when I noticed a tall, attractive guy I'd never seen before talking to some boys near the pool. He was wearing sunglasses, even though it was nighttime, which should have been ridiculous. But somehow made him look even hotter. He noticed me staring, so I panicked and gave him the most awkward little wave ever. He smiled back, and I was busy wondering what his eyes looked like behind those glasses when I heard someone scream behind me. It was Brittany. She was holding a framed photo like she was about to attack me with home decor. Apparently, she wasn't done humiliating me. It happened so fast I barely moved. Right before the frame hit me, a guy in sunglasses stepped in and took the hit. The frame cracked against his shoulder, and everyone gasped. He turned to me.
Are you okay?
I just stared at him. How was it possible for someone to look that intense when I couldn't even see his eyes? But then, I noticed a thin scar disappearing behind the left side of his glasses. Thank you. Just then, Eric finally showed up. Wow, right on time to do absolutely nothing. He looked between me and the mysterious guy, then narrowed his eyes.
Is there a problem, buddy?
Not anymore. I took care of it while you were busy being useless.
Excuse me?
Then he lunged at the guy. Before I could even blink, the guy grabbed him by the collar and held him back like Eric weighed nothing. Eric's feet barely touched the floor as he flailed around, trying to look dangerous and failing horribly.
Put me down! You have no idea who you're dealing with!
I had to step in and ask the mysterious guy to put him down. And he did. Then he gave me this tiny half grin, and of course, he looked annoyingly hot while doing it. Meanwhile, Eric stood there stammering and trying to defend himself. Let's go home, Eric. We left while Eric kept glaring at the mysterious guy, like glaring counted as doing something useful. I wished I had time to fantasize about the mysterious guy, his annoying little half grin, and the scar disappearing under his sunglasses. But sadly, I had a much bigger problem. Brittany. After that night, our war got worse. She accidentally kicked me during soccer practice, broke my beaker in chemistry, and spilled juice all over my lunch. I tried to be the bigger person until she did something I never saw coming. One day, she texted me, "Gym bathroom, now. I have a surprise for you." I knew walking in there was probably a terrible idea, but of course, I went. And the second I opened the door, I froze. Brittany was kissing Eric. And Eric wasn't exactly pushing her away. I yanked him back and slapped him. Wow, I knew you were a jerk, Eric. I just didn't know you were this pathetic. His mouth opened, but I didn't wait for whatever excuse he had ready. We're done. Brittany leaned against the sink, smiling like she'd just won.
That's it? Nothing for me? Come on, Nicole. Insult me, scream at me. Let's hate each other properly.
I looked at her, then smiled and walked out. Her face changed instantly because she knew exactly what I was thinking.
Nicole, don't.
Yes, I was looking for Amir. If Brittany wanted to kiss my boyfriend, then maybe I'd kiss hers. Brittany ran after me, but I didn't stop. I spotted Amir by his locker and grabbed his jacket, then immediately let go. Because this wasn't me anymore. Except Amir didn't get the memo. He pulled me in and kissed me right there in front of everyone. The hallway exploded. Brittany's scream cut through everything, and when I looked at her, she didn't look angry. She looked hurt, and I knew why. Because no matter how awful Brittany was, she loved Amir. She knew I never liked Eric, and I knew Amir was the one person she truly cared about. Britt, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Don't Brit me. What, did your lips trip and fall on my boyfriend?
And with that, she stormed off, wiping her tears before anyone could see them. I stood there, feeling sick. God I didn't tell the secret Brittany had spent years burying. The one thing she trusted me with back when we were still best friends. The one thing I could ruin her with if I ever decided to be that cruel. But if Brittany wanted that secret to stay buried, she wasn't exactly making it easy for me. By the next morning, the kissing disaster was everyone's favorite topic. Brittany made sure nobody forgot it. She kept telling everyone I was a boyfriend-stealing snake, which was hilarious coming from the girl who had kissed my boyfriend first. Soon, everyone was calling me a terrible friend. So Dad decided to throw a charity party and invite the whole school. He called it
Image Repair.
My dad was a big businessman, and he cared about his reputation more than anything. Honestly, he could be a total jerk when things didn't go his way. I used to just ignore him, but since I was trying to be better now, I told myself not to snap at him before he even finished annoying me.
I just want to keep your mom happy, even in her sleep.
Yeah, happy my butt, but I smiled anyway. Me too, Daddy. I'm sorry. He nodded, then cleared his throat.
I also heard you broke up with Eric. That was a big mistake, sweetheart. His father might be my new business partner, and I don't need teen drama getting in the way of that deal.
Maybe Eric should have kept his lips to himself. And if his dad wants the deal, I'm sure he'll get over his precious son getting dumped. Dad's face hardened. Then he slammed his hand on the table so hard I jumped.
Aren't you trying to be a better person? A better daughter? Whatever this Dr. Phil phase is, take it seriously and get back with Eric.
Then he stormed off, leaving me frozen at the table. Okay, that wasn't exactly heartwarming, but if I was going to throw this charity party, I had to look perfect. The kind of perfect that would make Brittany choke on her own jealousy. Dad announced the party with only 2 days' notice before things got out of his control. So I basically had no time to prepare, which meant I had to take our jet to Las Vegas for a quick makeover with my favorite hairstylist. When Eric found out, he came running over, begging me to forgive him and let him come with me. Apparently, his dad had sold their jet to my dad after Eric kept using it for every dumb little errand. So now he was desperate to ride in ours and take enough Instagram pictures to pretend it still belonged to him. And because Dad had basically ordered me to keep Eric happy, I had to swallow my pride and say yes.
I missed her. She's stunning, my babe.
I'm right here.
Oh, no, I meant the jet. But yeah, you too.
Ugh. God, give me strength or a brick. He spent 2 days with me in Vegas, and being around him was harder than surviving a juice cleanse. But I forgot all that when we got back an hour late and saw the party was already insane. Dad had gone completely over the top with a famous DJ, luxury food trucks, and even a parachute activity, because apparently normal rich was too embarrassing for him. When I stepped down from the jet, everyone turned to stare.
Clear path, people. My girl just landed.
People started gathering around, taking pictures and whispering like I was some celebrity. For 1 second, I actually felt powerful again. I just wished Brittany was there to see it. Then someone screamed from the crowd.
Guys, you won't believe this!
Yes, the DJ. We all saw him.
No! Brittany's throwing a party too! And she got Billie Eilish!
You've got to be kidding me. Everyone freaked out. 1 second, they were taking pictures of me, and then next, they were running towards the exits like my party was on fire. Are you serious? Come back! But nobody listened. Even Eric stood there shifting awkwardly like a puppy waiting for permission. I stared at him. Just go. His face lit up and he practically skipped after everyone else. That was it. Brittany had pushed me too far, and if she wanted to play dirty, maybe it was finally time everyone learned the truth about her.
Need some company?
I jumped and turned around to see the mysterious guy with the sunglasses from Brittany's party. You know, most people say hi before giving someone a heart attack, but I guess mystery guys have their own rules.
My name is Charles. I just moved here, and I heard about you and Brittany. Honestly, it's kind of interesting.
Wow. Glad my life falling apart is entertaining for you, Charles. But you came at just the right time because I'm about to expose my ex-bestie once and for all. Sorry you joined in the final season.
I don't think you'll do that.
Why? Because of my warm personality?
Because you seem nice.
I blinked. The last time someone called me nice, I was 5. And that was only because I hadn't spoken yet. Then I snapped back to Charles and blurted out the craziest thing ever. Want to go out with me?
You're asking out a guy you don't even know?
Well, you couldn't be worse than the guys I do know.
Fine, but only if you like and subscribe to MSA. It helped me with my personality growth.
Really? Then why are you still hiding behind sunglasses? Charles blinked. I'm kidding. But seriously, guys, like and comment so our story blows up. He smiled and nodded. We went out that night. And honestly, it was the best night I'd had in forever. We went to Popeyes and I ate the greasiest food ever. The kind Brittany had always acted like was illegal for girls like us. And it was amazing. For one night, I forgot about Brittany, Eric, the rumors, and the charity party. Too bad real life had a disgusting way of catching up. The next morning, Dad barged into my room while I was still asleep, yelling and shoving his phone in my face. I blinked at the screen and saw a picture of me and Charles at Popeyes from the night before.
I told you to get back with Eric, and now you're running around with some random guy in sunglasses?
They give him personality, okay? Dad took a deep breath, then went full villain mode.
Nicole, I don't have time for your drama. First Brittany, then Eric, and now this guy. Fix it. Get back with Eric, make peace with Brittany, and stay away from that stranger.
I sat up, staring at him. Or what?
Or I cut you off. And I'm not bluffing.
Then he stormed out, leaving me sitting there with messy hair, a racing heart, and one very clear thought. I wasn't doing a single thing he asked. And if Dad wanted to cut me off, cool. He could get in line behind everyone else trying to ruin my life. Before leaving for school, I stopped by Mom's room. She looked so peaceful in her bed. I gently stroked her cheek. I miss you, Mom. Later that day, I was in the school bathroom stall when someone yanked the door open. Of course, it was Brittany. And she looked livid. Ugh, can't your breakdown wait until after my bladder is done? Before I could even stand properly, Brittany grabbed my arm and dragged me out. Her minions were waiting by the sinks, and in 2 seconds, they had me pinned to the bathroom floor. Then Brittany crouched over me, smiling like she'd won.
Out of all the guys in town, you picked my half-brother to hang out with?
Charles is your half-brother? Wow, that's a plot twist.
Seriously? Why do you always act like you're above everyone?
I'm not above you, Britt. You just keep sinking lower.
Leave him alone, Nicole, or I'll destroy your life.
I stared straight into her eyes. She kept acting like she had all the power, like I wasn't the one holding the secret that could finish her off. And that's when I snapped. I shoved Brittany and her minions off me. She stumbled back, looking shocked, and I got to my feet before any of them could grab me again. Listen, you witch. You don't get to tell me what to do or who to date, because guess what? Now, I'm gonna date Charles even harder.
What does that even mean?
You know exactly what that means. Brittany's eyes widened, her minions froze, and I stormed out, trying to ignore the fact that my hands were shaking. Later, I found out Charles was Brittany's dad's son from one of his affairs. He and his mom had moved to town recently, which explained why Brittany looked like she wanted to bury him alive. But I was still mad he'd hidden it from me. Then I saw him in the hallway. The second I got close, I grabbed his shirt and kissed him. He froze for a moment, surprised, but then kissed me back. And yes, I made sure Brittany saw every second of it. When I pulled away, Charles looked completely stunned. You and I need to talk. Later, while I was driving home with Charles in the passenger seat, I started throwing questions at him. So, what exactly were you planning to tell me you were Brittany's freaking half-brother? Like, I don't know, maybe, "Hi, I'm Charles. I like baseball. I wear sunglasses indoors. And my sister is your worst enemy. What about you, darling?"
And you would have said what? "Hi, I'm Nicole. I play soccer, and I'm still technically dating my useless cheating boyfriend, but I also enjoy making out with mysterious guys in hallways."
I tightened my grip on the wheel. Okay, first of all, Eric and I are basically dead.
Basically dead isn't dead.
He sighed, then looked out the window.
I didn't tell you because I liked you the second I saw you. And I knew if you found out I was Brittany's half-brother, you wouldn't even look at me twice. You were the first girl who didn't treat me like some freak in sunglasses. And maybe it was selfish, but I liked being liked by you.
Aw, okay. I was not ready for that level of honesty. I turned to look at him, giving the warmest smile I had. But apparently, I held it for 1 second too long because Charles' face suddenly changed.
Nicole, watch out!
I snapped my eyes back to the road, but it was too late. The car slammed into a tree, and everything went black. Sometime later, I woke up in a hospital room with a strange woman standing beside my bed. She told me she was Charles's mom, and that my injuries weren't too serious. They'd called my dad, but apparently he couldn't come home because he was on a business trip. Typical dad. What about Charles?
He's in surgery. He took most of the hit.
My heart sank, and I broke down. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm a terrible person. First my mom, and now Charles. I keep hurting the people who actually care about me. Charles's mom sat beside me without a word, holding my hand until I calmed down. She didn't have to do that. She barely knew me. Later that night, I was scrolling through my phone when I saw Brittany's Instagram story. There was a picture from one of her parties with a caption that said,
The witch is dying with her weird little boyfriend. Peace, fire.
I stared at the screen. She hadn't called. She hadn't checked on me or Charles. She was celebrating my accident like the witch she was. That's it. I'm exposing her right now. Charles's mom looked up. I shoved my phone toward her and showed her Brittany's story, then started scrolling through old pictures. This girl has been harassing me ever since I decided to change. She acts like we were never best friends. Like I don't know every single thing. She's terrified of people finding out. Then I stopped on the pictures I'd kept buried for years. Pictures of Brittany before she had the perfect hair, the perfect body, the perfect skin, and the nose job her mom had pushed her into getting. The version of Brittany she would bully without mercy if she saw her walking through school right now. I was about to hit post when the door suddenly opened and the nurse rushed in.
Charles is awake. He's asking for both of you.
My heart jumped. Charles's mom and I rushed to his room. She went in first while I waited outside. A few minutes later, when she was done, I took a deep breath and went in. Charles was lying in bed, pale and exhausted, staring at the opposite wall instead of looking at me. I am so sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
Well, next time, I'll avoid confessing my feelings to a girl while she's driving.
Yeah, well, there better not be a next time with any other girl.
You might change your mind once you see me without the glasses.
I won't, I promise. Just show me. If I blink twice, it means I'm surprised. If I don't blink, it means I like it.
You somehow made that worse.
But after a few seconds, Charles slowly turned around. I saw the scar then, starting near his eyebrow and running down under his eye. And honestly, it kind of looked cool. But I also understood why he hid it. Kids could be cruel about anything that made someone different. So, I kept my eyes wide open. See? No blinking. And for the record, the sunglasses gave you personality, but the scar gave you this cool, mysterious book character thing.
You look terrifying. Come here.
I rushed over and hugged him as carefully as I could. And for the first time in days, I felt felt like I could breathe.
I thought you'd run.
Never. And with that, we kissed. That night, I stayed beside him and fell asleep holding his hand. I dreamed of my mom. She looked peaceful, and when she smiled at me, it felt so real that my heart ached. I'm so proud of you, Nicole. The next morning, I woke up feeling lighter. Maybe the war with Brittany wasn't worth losing myself over. My happiness wasn't in hurting her back. It was right there beside me. So, I opened my phone and deleted Brittany's childhood photos. Later that day, when I walked back into Charles's room, he looked at me like I'd committed a crime.
I'm so stupid for believing someone like you could be different. Get out, Nicole. Now.
What? Charles, what happened? Please, just talk to me.
I said get out, or I'm calling security.
There was no point arguing with him like that, so I dragged myself out of his hospital room and back to mine, confused and shaking. Just then, my phone started buzzing like crazy. I opened Instagram and saw Brittany's old pictures everywhere. They'd already been posted, shared, and turned into memes. Everyone was laughing at her, bullying her, and saying the exact things she used to say about other people. What the actual flip? Did I post them in my sleep or something? Then my stomach dropped. Charles thought I had done it. He thought I'd exposed someone for her appearance the day after telling him I didn't care about looks. Great. Could this get any worse? Yes, because just then, Dad barged in, looking absolutely furious.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack? First, you ruin my deal with Eric's father. Then, you run around with some scandal kid. And now, you expose Brittany like that? The whole town is talking about this, Nicole. Do you have any idea what you've done to my image? To my business?
Well, hi. I'm feeling better today. Thanks for checking on your daughter after her crazy accident.
Shut it, kid. I've had enough. I'm cutting you off right now. Don't bother coming home, because as far as I'm concerned, you're no daughter of mine.
And with that, he stormed out. Well, I never was. The second I said it, my throat burned. Charles hated me. Dad kicked me out. And for the first time in my life, I had nowhere to go. A few days later, I got discharged. I tried calling some of my so-called friends, asking if I could crash at their place for a night. But suddenly, everyone had fake excuses. Screw them. I bet Brittany had threatened every single one. So I ended up at the park, dragging my tiny suitcase behind me like the world's saddest rich girl. I found a bench and told myself it was just for one night. Except the park was freezing, dark, and scary. At one point, I saw a homeless man walking toward me, and I started preparing my punch like I had any idea what I was doing. Then someone poked my shoulder. I spun around and punched them.
Ow! What is wrong with you?
I froze, because standing there, holding her nose and glaring at me, was none other than Brittany. I swear to you, Britt, I didn't post those pictures.
I know what. Yeah, you can be a mean witch, obviously, but you wouldn't do that. Seeing those pictures everywhere and having people laugh at me all over again made me realize something.
That bullying people is horrible and you should have stopped years ago?
Ew, don't rush me. I was gonna say it made me realize I really was hideous, okay?
You were a kid, Britt. They made you feel hideous. Big difference.
Okay, spare me the TED Talk, Nikki. Maybe people don't hate me because of what I looked like. Maybe they hate me because I'm ugly inside. I don't know. Whatever. It's gross and emotional. Anyway, I'm trying to do one decent thing here before I die of self-awareness. You can crash at my place, like our sleepovers when we were kids, before we became, nightmares.
Well, what choices do I have?
Wow, a beautiful thank you speech.
I picked up my suitcase. By the way, who do you think posted the pictures?
Oh, Charles, of course. My dad wanted to claim him years ago, but Mom and I made sure that didn't happen. Mom had business contracts with Dad. money tied up with him. Basically, half his life is in her hands. And Dad, he was too scared to lose everything, so he kept Charles hidden like some dirty secret. So yeah, maybe Charles didn't come here for me. Maybe he came here to ruin me. And you were the perfect way in.
My stomach dropped. That can't be true. I love him. We love each other. There's no way he used me. I started sobbing, and to my shock, Brittany pulled me into a hug. It was stiff, awkward, and probably the least comforting hug in history, but it was still a hug, and weirdly, I needed it. Later, Brittany told me she'd broken up with Amir. She said she was going to talk to Charles and try to fix things, because apparently it was the right thing to do, or whatever. Annoyingly, I agreed. A few days later during soccer practice, everyone kept giving me weird looks and judging me hard. I got so frustrated that I kicked the ball way too far, and it rolled across the field until it stopped at someone's feet. Charles. And he wasn't wearing his sunglasses. Some people stared at his scar. Others whispered. Charles picked up the ball and looked straight at me. The coach told me to go get it, so I jogged over, giving Charles the coldest look I had, and reached for the ball. But before I could take it, he gently caught my hand.
I know who posted the pictures. It was my mom. She saw them on your phone at the hospital and posted them after you left my room. She thought revenge would fix what happened to us, but she was wrong. And I was wrong for not believing you.
For a second, I just stared at him. Then I sighed. Well, your mom and I are going to have a very interesting conversation. He looked nervous, so I finally gave him a tiny smile. I'll forgive you both on one condition. Let me crash at your place. Brittany's place is crazy. She tried writing me an apology note and cried because she got stuck spelling sorry. First time using the word.
Heard that! Also, why are there two R's? Is one regret not enough?
For the first time in days, I laughed. And with that, I kissed Charles.
By the way, your dad reached out to me. Maybe he wants you back. He asked me to talk to you. Apparently, he believes you have a soft spot for me.
Tell him he was right. Just not about him. Then I looked up at the sky. I could almost see Mom's smile in my head. Maybe I wasn't perfect yet, but I was finally becoming someone she could be proud of.